it's a project that's just been the sum of a lot of yeses. You know, when you come from where I come from and you look like me, you hear a lot of no's. But Morgan Neville said yes, Lego said yes, Focus said yes, Universal said yes, and the universe itself said yes. I firmly believe that everybody has talent, beauty, and potential.
Thanks for being here, Pharrell.
Thank you.
You say in the film that Legos are the best way to express yourself. How did you discover that and why?
I don't know if I discovered that as a kid. I think I was just given Lego sets as a child, and that was like a really amazing platform for me to allow my imagination to just flourish and to learn things about myself. As it has for most kids and, you know, a lot of people, you know, millions and millions of people on this planet.
Cinematically, what are the limitations of making a Lego movie? And then what are the things that allow you to do things that you would not be able to do in a live action biopic?
Well, you know, unlike most documentaries that are dependent on the visual and the audio of whatever the documentarian has captured, we had more cinematic license to depict and illustrate, literally and figuratively, whatever it is the person was saying, who was doing the interview at the time, or the person who was being interviewed. So it gave us like a cinematic liberty that wouldn't otherwise exist. And doing it through the guise of Lego, it's obviously the first of its type. It makes it an unprecedented exercise, which was fun.
I also want to ask about the PG rating. You know, there's explicit music and there's allusions to drug use very creatively. Why was it important for you to make this an all audiences movie?
Well, there are no explicit lyrics in the songs, in the portions of the songs that were used. And there was no allusions to anything.
But the PG spray was a good, clever touch.
No, it just needed to be PG because there are things that are far beyond their subject matter, but not drug related and not rated R in the lyrics. It's just the energy of the story is a bit mature for kids who might otherwise work with Lego sets. But there were no references that would be and purposefully, there were no references that would allude to anything that we wouldn't want children doing.
Can you talk about the process of bringing in all of the people who are in the movie, Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z, et cetera, and who had maybe the funniest reaction to saying, you're going to play a Lego?
Well, we purposely did not tell anyone that that was going to be the finishing, that would be the finished product. We wanted people to just answer the questions and really give their full, unedited, reactions to the opportunity to do the interviews. Because if we would have said, okay, this is going to be in Lego, then they would have sort of curved what they were saying to try and, I don't know, I'm not saying that they would be trying to contribute to the direction, but I think we didn't want them to be influenced by what we wanted us to do. We wanted the purest part, and that's, I feel like, part of the magic of what makes this film pop the way it does, is because it's so vivid and it's not scripted. It would have started to have felt like, oh, we're making this for kids, and it's like, no, we're not. We're making this for human beings. And, while I am a black man that comes from a marginalized community, we wanted this story to feel universal, and that was the reason why we told it through the guise of Lego.
And were they surprised when they found out the format?
Everybody was like pleasantly surprised and incredibly supportive. Look, this film is it's a project that's just been the sum of a lot of yeses. You know, when you come from where I come from and you look like me, you hear a lot of no's. But Morgan Neville said yes, Lego said yes, Focus said yes, Universal said yes, and the universe itself said yes. So like when people ask me about this project, I tell them like, man, we're working on the impossible, because this is nearly impossible. And for all the yeses that we got, we also got an equal weight in commitment. People were committed. And that is the reason why we're at this juncture right now, and I could do an interview for Variety. Like this is a dream that I never knew I had. And when my mom and dad bought me Lego sets for Christmas, I never knew it was gonna lead all the way to this place right here.
Well, we're happy to have you, and thanks for sitting down with us.
No, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Pharrell.